Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. And this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on.
Hello, guys. Thank you all for being here. Today is Saturday, December the 6th. You know, I always have to look. December the 6th, Saturday. And I'm glad to have everyone here. Let me try not to be so close up, but we're going to continue with a part two. We're going to continue with a part two of the released photos of Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein. Never, never seen before photos. But before we get started, let me just have everyone to do a few things for me. Let me first welcome everybody to the Pink House. Thank you for coming into the Pink House. And if you can, go ahead and hit that like button. That like button helps you too to keep me in the algorithm, keeps me smoking and rolling. All right. And they may send my content out to more people that may like my video. So if you hit that like button, it helps keeps me going up. And subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so. Both Pinkie the Housewife and Pink Global. And I do go by Pinkie on both channels. Okay? Thank you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and just get started. Let me just put this trigger warning up because not everybody is comfortable with this. But I want to be respectful by having it up. Today we're going to be continuing do our continuation with Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just going to call him Epstein. And Guswell Maxwell. We're just going to call her Maxwell. Make it short. Well, she in prison anyway. But she at least in a cushion, a real nice day camp. I call it a day camp. I do. I call it a day camp. Because you can't get no better than that. All right. So we're going to be talking about these two. All right. We're going to be talking about these two today. All right. But mainly we're going to be talking about him because that's who we need to talk about. Yeah, but she did have a big part in it. A big part. She is more. She is about the same accountability as he is. She did her part. It was partners in crime, you know. But anyway, I sit down and say these are the three best friends right here, and then they got another best friend right here, Prince Andrew. Well, he ain't no Prince no more, but Andrew, yeah. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the matter at hand. All right, and let me just get it all pulled up. Tonight, we're going to be diving into the second part of one of the most disturbing stories um, resurfacing still in the headlines and all across America today. Never before seen photos from Jeffrey Epstein's private island. And you know he got two of them, two islands. but we're talking about this particular one. I think it's called St. James Private Island, and if I'm wrong, I think it is called St. James. Yes, St. James. And its second island is called Great St. James. So St. James, I'm right. All right. But we're going to be talking about his private island had just been released. The photos just been released by Congress um, on December the 3rd. All right. And I would say this is urgent, guys. We can't give up. We can't give up. This is urgent because on the 19th, more pictures are going to be, more information or videos or pictures or whatever they're going to release is going to come out. We must keep speaking out. We must keep asking and requesting. Okay, and it's urgent. Mention that I do want to mention that the House Oversight Committee unveiled these images on December the 3rd, once again, showing the interior of Epstein's compound on that island. It's very, very haunting. I mean, he may be not here anymore, but the island still exists. It's still there, both islands, including inside those photos. You're going to see, I'm going to show you those photos. Let me just go ahead and bring it up as I talk about it. I'm going to bring up the dentist chair. Let me find that dentist chair. Okay, this is the dentist chair, including a dentist chair mask on the wall. You see that? Mask on the wall. I'm not sure who these faces are. I wish somebody would get a close-up photo of each mask or each face on that wall, so we can try to identify whether he's showing a person's face that was part of that coming to that island and wreaking havoc on these young girls, because from age 11 on up. Okay, and that's a dentist chair. To me, it may be a dentist chair, but in my mind, just my opinion, it looks like a torture chair. And then let me just say, there's phone, a phone with speed dial, with names on it. Yeah, phone with speed dial with names on it. So we're going to get into all of that. All right. But let me just give you a little bit more information about Epstein. Okay. He was a financier accused of sex trafficking with two private islands, like I said, in the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. James and Great St. James. And you can Google that and you can see those islands. You can see everything about those islands. Okay. Um, Let me just say, there's been reported that there's been over 1,000 women and children. And when I say children, I really mean children. And it's reported that even 11-year-old, or maybe a few 11-year-olds, was also on that island. That's the youngest so far that they reported, 11-year-old girl. How disturbing, how sadistic can any person be? Any man can be, any woman. Because Maxwell had a part in it. Ghislaine Maxwell, the one that's in Texas prison right now. She's serving let me just bring it up. She's serving a 20-year sentence. Ghislaine Maxwell. That's her mugshot, taken at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York. She was born December the 25th, 1961. So she's 63 years old. So she's going to be 64 coming up. she's going to be 64 coming up this month on the 25th. Is her birthday. I just realized that. So her birthday is coming up this month on the 25th. She'll be 64. But if she's going to try to get out and what 20, she was sentenced for 20 years because of who, the orange haired man that had her transferred from where she was to here in Texas so she can be at a camp. In other words, she may not even do those 20 years because seems to most people she's singing like a canary. Canaries do sing. Yeah. So she'll be 64. But by the time she'll be out, she'll be what, 83, 84 years old? That don't mean a lot of 83 and 84 years old people still be committing crimes and working, doing havoc all over the world. So her being that age don't matter. Not at all. Being that age don't matter. Mm-mm. No, it don't. Okay. But over 1,000 women and children have made accusations to Epstein's network. The Palm Beach Post also stressed that these photos are part of a larger push for transparency following the Epstein Files Transparency Act. Let me just say that. The Epstein Files Transparency Act. That was signed November the 19th of 2025, requiring the DOJ to release all of Epstein's, not some, not a few, but all of Epstein's records. Okay, just remember that. Not some, not a few, but all of those records. And so let me just show you some of those photos. Okay, we already talked about that dentist chair. Okay, but I want to, and here's that phone again. And that phone got names on it. Let me tell you, that's a speed dial, a phone with speed dial, and they have names on it like Darren, Rich, Mike, Larry. So he had their names already in the phone. So if anybody come in that house and look down at their phone, he know who he was calling. And he made sure everybody knew who comes to the island. But let me just say that no people appears in the photos, but the settings themselves are chilling, just alone. They're chilling. Now let me just say, let me pull up another picture for you. Now look at this picture here, guys. What is this? What he wrote. Somebody had to write that. It looks like time and date written on it, other things. This is outside. Now, there's also a picture of a building. I call it the white and black building. It's like a checkerboard or stripe or something. I wonder what went on in that building. This is part of outside on the island. And then you got the chair sitting here. Now, let me just say the Oversight Committee called them a hauling look behind these closed doors. I call them a nightmare. It's like a nightmare looking behind those closed doors. But Congress is demanding that the DOJ compliance. The Justice Department must release more records by the December 19th date. We're not giving up, guys. Y'all got to keep speaking out. Okay? But let me just say the lawmakers also obtained bank records from J.P. Morgan, Industrial Bank. Now you hear him talk. Everybody know about Dishwater Bank. That bank been on the news for the longest. For the longest. And J.P. Morgan. Those is places that's that's who the rich, powerful uh, people. They love those banks. They love those two banks. I don't know why. Y'all know why. Okay. But they also, what I'm saying, that the lawmakers also got bank records of J.P. Morgan and Dushua's Bank showing Epstein's financial ties to. I'm gonna let y'all tell me, what do you think they're showing financial ties to certain people? And uh, I want to say bipartisan calls for full disclosure with survivors is pressing for accountability. They're pressing for accountability. When I say accountability, they don't want uh, the rich and the powerful and people with privilege not be accountable for all their wrongdoings to these kids, these young girls, these teenagers, these young women, because the rich and the powerful, and with their privilege, they get away with things like this. They sweep it under the rug. They get moved like Maxwell did from one prison to another, where all she had to do just sit down and talk with somebody, and then she's gone to this swanky danky campsite. She get a chance to run around and jog and everything, and develop friendship. Well, if you want to call it friendship, if you want to call it friendship in prison, well, she get a chance to talk to people that's not getting ready to do her in, should I say. Not that I want anybody to do it, and I'm not saying that. Okay? I'm not saying that. But she get a chance to talk to other people. All right? Uh, Now, this is not just about Epstein. I want you all to know. It's not just about Epstein. It's about to have a system that enabled him. The system. When you have money, power, and all that, you get to chance to what else? You get chance to do things that the ordinary person in America cannot do. You can make things go away, and uh, they that's what they did. Because this him Epstein being behind bars wasn't his first time being behind bars. Okay, and getting away with it and being able to leave and go and come when he wants to. Now she's in a little swanky danky uh campsite prison. That's what I'm calling it. It may not be swanky danky, but she's she's having a great time there now. She's probably getting dinner ordered in because of somebody she knows. It's all who you know. All right. These two, they they two of a kind. And not just them, but it's a whole group of them. They're best friends. When you're best friends, you can get a lot of things done. Right? Best friends with that young girl. Okay. But anyway, uh, these I just want to make sure that you all see the rest of the images. I know when we did our first live on the new release of these photos, only maybe showed about three or four, but I just wanted you all to see all the photos, like this bedroom here. Well, this is not a bedroom. It looks like a steam room or a steam shower or something where people get. It looked like somewhere where you get naked at. I don't know. I'm just guessing. And then that no trespassing sign. They're trying to make sure nobody gets on that island. And I, I guess this is where they just sit down and talk. Probably with those young kids on their laps or something. I would want to sit in those chairs if you paid me. You couldn't pay me to sit in none of those chairs. None. That's another sitting area. I don't know. A bathroom? I don't know. A tub area? I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you what none of these rooms are. Oh, yeah. And don't forget the bedroom. I couldn't sleep in this room. I couldn't sleep in that bed. I would not do nothing. Oh, no, no, no. The places to me, I don't fool. When a person got walking around as a demon in human skin, I don't fool with them. I don't fool with them. Even after they pass away, I don't fool with them because they got the demon that probably still the soul as a demon probably coming up on this ground, on this earth right now, walking around, terrorizing people already. And they supposed to be in the ground 10 feet deep. And they still walking around. It's a 10 feet deep. I don't know. But anyway, I would not. I would not. Mm-mm. No, I would not. But we will continue with this. Now, I do want to say um, that these images are not just photos. Okay, they're evident, a reminder and warning that Epstein may be gone. He may be down in the ground, but the demand for justice still continues because we still have young women out here. So justice still needs to continue. It needs to be an end with this. So uh, I would say, everybody, please keep. I'm all I can do is just keep encouraging everybody. Okay, keep stay encouraged, encourage the next person to keep up speaking, keep asking for transparency, keep asking for the files, keep screaming, hollering, and do whatever you can to say. Send texts, send emails, whatever. Never give up because these young women did not give up. They stood in front of very powerful people, very powerful men to get the story out when they was trying to silence them. So we can't give up. Okay. And remember, on December the 19th, as it approaches, the DOJ must release new, well, not new, but yeah, they're going to be new and more files on December the 19th. So, guys, I'll keep reminding you that before December the 19th coming up, so we can make sure we get those files. And so we can make sure that we go over them. We're going to break it down and we're going to go over those. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed this short commentary, and I'll be coming back with more information. Make sure you like the video, share the video, and please leave a comment. Tell me exactly how you feel, how do you feel about this? What do you think about this? I would love to know. Okay, I would love to know. All right, we're gonna go ahead and be closing for tonight, and here we go. Two best friends get the same treatment like they should. All right, bye bye, guys. You all have a great day.
Bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit.